Hi, I'm Gabe. For this problem, we're asked to sketch the graph of the equation x minus 1 quantity squared plus y squared plus z squared equals 36, and then sketch the xz trace. So looking at this equation, we see that this is a standard equation of a sphere, and we also see that the center of the sphere is the point 1, 0, 0. Now also by looking at this equation, we see the radius of our sphere is the square root of 36, which is just 6. So now we can use these two pieces of information to go ahead and sketch the graph of our sphere. So let's begin by plotting the center of our sphere. So the center was the point 1, 0, 0. So we'll come out 1 on the x-axis, and we don't need to move along the y or the z-axis because those two coordinates are both 0. Now, since the radius of our sphere is 6, we'll want to think about starting at the center and moving 6 units along each of the axes. So we'll start here, and we'll move 6 units along the x-axis. We can also move 6 units back along the x-axis. Now, starting here, let's move 6 units along the y-axis, or in the direction of the y-axis. And we'll move 6 units backwards on the y-axis, so in the negative direction. And finally, we have to consider the z direction. So we'll start at our center. We'll move up 6 units. So that'll put us right about here. And we'll also move down 6 units. So that'll put us somewhere right about here. So now what we can do is we can think about these as being sort of the extremes of our sphere. So let's go ahead and let's just think about the points in this x, y plane, and we can connect these just by using a circle in the plane. And now what we have, you sort of want to imagine this as being a flat circle. And what we have also is we have 6 units up in our z direction and 6 units down in our z direction. Now if we go ahead and think about connecting these 2 points, well, what we sort of see here is that we have kind of what looks like a sphere. So that represents the equation of our graph, or sorry, that represents the graph of our equation. So next, we need to go ahead and sketch the xz trace. So we can sketch the xz trace on our sphere, and really what it would look like is it would just be where our sphere intersects the xz axis. But another way to sketch the xz trace is just to draw out the xz plane and then come back to our equation. So if we want to find the xz trace, that's really what we get when we let y equal 0. So letting y equals 0, our equation is x minus 1 quantity squared plus z squared is equal to 36. Now what this is this is actually the equation of a circle with center 1, 0, and radius 6. So let's take this and come over here. So like I said, we want to draw our xz trace, and the center I said was 1, 0, where we're looking at the xz plane, that is. And I said the radius was 6, so we'll move 6 to the right of our center, 6 units to the left of our center. We'll move up 6 units and down 6 units. And now if we connect these dots, so these 4 dots, not including the center, we'll have the equation, or we'll have the graph of our xz trace. Thank you.